Well, hello everyone, and we are here today interviewing incredible authors, part of the collaborative book Ageless Voices. And I am all about collaboration, and I'm so excited to hear the stories of these women as they talk about embracing an ageless mindset. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to my co-host, Debbie Brediger.
Well, thank you, Mary, for being here with us. I am actually one of the ageless stars in this collaborative book, so I actually have dual excitement to hear the stories of the other co-authors. And today we have Cindy McKee with us. Cindy, you're somebody that really lit up from the very first time that I had an opportunity to be introduced to you. And I want to thank Joyann Gold for introducing us to each other, because it's really been such a gift to get to know each other in this way. But Cindy, if I asked you just straight out, how do you share your heart with the world? Can you just sum that up for us of how you shine your light and share your gifts?
Yeah, thank you, Debbie. It's such an honor to be part of this group, of this authorship, of this wonderful book, Ageless Voices. Your question really speaks to, I think, all of us in a way, that what we are bringing to the world to view aging in a completely different way, in a much more positive, uplifting way. For me personally, I take like many do, I take my life experiences and I realize how much they've shaped and molded me and served me. Even the tough ones have served me going forward. So that's my mission personally in my own programs, is to help women of this age to be in this expansive place rather than a kind of closing down, spiral down place, to be much more open and curious and in a growth mindset, and see what they still have in the tank to serve the world.
Wowzers, Mary, you can see why this book is so aligned to our mission and our purpose as well. I have one more question, and then the next one I'm going to hand to Mary, because she's so intuitive as well. Cindy, how many chapters do you have in this collaborative book?
I have three.
I have three. Do they speak on a theme that's very like a roadmap, or are they kind of like three completely separate stories?
You could call them separate, but
Okay,
there's definitely a common thread that runs through them.
nice. How was it for you to share your stories to the world? And is this the first time you've shared them publicly written?
This is the first time, so it's really, really fun. And for me, in the way I write, I'm much better if I just write fast, and I did them really fast, and then I went back and tweaked just a little bit. But when I write fast, it really comes from my heart, and I don't pre-think and filter it out, so it was actually a fun project for me.
Wow, I love that. You allowed it to come from your heart versus logically thinking of what you needed to say or what the people needed to hear. And that really speaks of that true, authentic voice that we all are in this side of the ageless voices. So, Mary, over to you.
Yes, and Cindy, I'm so excited because I myself have been in two collaborative books before, and it's such a beautiful energy flowing. But I'm curious, you said that there is a common thread. So if your chapters could be a gift, what do you imagine that you would be giving your reader with your chapters?
That's an easy one. I'm sure we're going to hear it from other authors too, but it's all about mindset. So without going into each story, but my first story is a story of overcoming a rare neurological disease that was threatening to leave me paralyzed for life. And I truly believe I overcame that through my mindset. And my second one is about love and relationships. And I had sort of a tumble with losing a husband at 47 with a young daughter, and coming through that again, just relying on my belief that I can get through this and that I will grow from this, even though it was hard. And my third story is about, is really specifically about this age, about how I personally found myself, without realizing it, doing that spiral down after COVID. I just realized that I had kind of become less of who I really knew myself to be. And we had a big shakeup for the good. And it was the first time I actually saw it. I didn't know it was happening. I was sort of closing down without realizing it. And now I'm right back in that. Wow, I was allowing that to happen to myself without knowing, because my brain was telling me that I was okay. Left foot, right foot. I was getting through my days, but I realized that I was just becoming kind of smaller and more closed down, and I needed a shakeup, but I didn't know that I needed a shakeup until the shakeup happened. So.
Wow. So when you were writing,
Mhm.
how do you feel that the writing opened you up even more?
It was such a gift. It was such a privilege to put my thoughts down on paper, to realize that I had something to share with the world, with other women in this stage of life, that it just energized me as a person. It was such a give back moment for me as I was going through the chapters.
Absolutely beautiful. And I always say we all have a story,
Mhm.
and we never know how that is going to, resonate and touch other individuals. So that's why overall, with all of you authors, I just think it is so beautiful, because I know that people will get bits and nuggets and they will take this away. It's like bounties of wisdom.
Mm.
So Debbie, I'm going to hand it back over to you.
Yeah, as we close off this little snippet interview, I would love to hear, what is the one message that you would love your readers to go away with, whether it be your story or one of the other stories, but they've picked up this book and they are in it. What's that message?
Yeah, I think they're in it because they're looking for inspiration, and they may be starting to recognize that, oh, kind of like, now what? Yet there's others voice that's saying, you're not done yet. There's more.
Oh my goodness, I would desire that for our readers as well. And so, any last teasers to get us interested in your chapter that you can think of?
Oh gosh, which one do I pick? I'm going to go to the love piece, because I met my current husband at 8 years after I lost my first husband, and I was now in my 50s. We were both the same age, and it was true. He's a gift in my life. We're both kind of looking in growth mindset in the same direction, and um, I feel like we all should be looking for love, whether we have a partner or don't have a partner, whether we don't even desire a partner. I'm saying it should be necessarily a partner, but love in our life is just so important. And to not close down to be open to it, whether it's just in your friendships, in your family, in your personal relationships, it's there for the asking.
Beautiful. So the message is be open to love, the unconditional love for ourselves and for the others in the world around us.
Absolutely.